Welcome to this week's Tours Baseball Talk. I am Mike Dudas along with my co-host, Bobby. Bobby, who did you bring with you this week?
I brought Joseph Pina and Diego Gutierrez.
All right, Joseph, Diego, welcome to the show. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Great.
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, so get all the formalities done. All right, Bobby, let's talk about this past week. Tell us about the two scrimmage games this past week.
Yeah, this past week we played Galena Park and then Brazosport. We played Galena Park on Tuesday. We didn't play that well. We played like poop, our coach said.
Yeah.
And then we kind of got in some trouble for that. But then we picked it up, turned it around, had some good practices, and then Friday, we won like 11-5 or something against Brazosport. So we really picked it up, turned it around.
Y'all looked really good Friday. I have a question for you guys. Everyone's commenting, you guys look bigger this year. I mean, obviously you've grown, but has the team hit their weight room this year?
Yeah, I would say overall most people have been hitting the weight room a lot, and over the summer especially.
And that's always been kind of a knock against our team. It's like, you go play against other teams and they all look like giants football players, and all of our players look like basketball players, so
yeah,
we the real giants.
Yeah. So we could tell, we were talking Friday in the score booth, we could tell, I mean, you guys were hitting with power too. So hopefully the weight room activities is paying off. Do you guys feel different this year, working out so hard during the off season in the weight room?
No, we kind of did the same stuff as last year. It's just last year, COVID hit, so it was like not COVID hit, but it restricted our weight room abilities a little bit. So we had to go to the field more than we could go to the weight room. But this year we were able during the off season to go to the weight room every day and fields on Friday. So it was good balance.
Right. When you guys were in the weight room, everything was really weird. Only so many people could be in there at a time, right?
Yeah.
And you had to social distance and that type of thing. So hopefully with all the restrictions lifted, is paying off. So you guys looked really good. So how did you feel after the game on Friday?
Good. I felt really good. I was happy we won, because if we would have lost that game, I don't know what we would have done the next day of practice. We would have just been running and running. I don't know. But good thing we don't have to worry about that. We took care of it, got the job done. And it was
You
fun
didn't want the
because it
coach
was
to
like,
say, did you all play like poop again, right? So,
yeah, no. Don't want that.
so how was the practice after the Galena Park game? You kind of alluded to it was kind of a rough practice. Was it a rough practice?
Well, the practice itself the next day wasn't bad. It was kind of we just had kind of just scratched it off, acted like normal, because we did all of our, I guess, like they talked to us about everything right after the game, like the same night when we hadn't even left the field yet. What they did is Coach Farrell went to the center field and Coach Easter was by first base, and then they would each have like one sentence to say, and we would have to run there, listen to a sentence, run to him, listen to a sentence, and keep going. We did it like 10 times. And then after that, we were done. And they told us the next day, just scratch it and start working for Friday. That's what we did.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, so that was after the Galena Park game, right?
Yeah.
Then once you left the ballpark, you pretty much put that behind you and getting ready for the next game, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's move down and reintroduce yourself, Joseph. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Joseph. I'm in 11th grade. I play outfield and infield. Yeah.
All right, so you play outfield and infield. What position did you play in the outfield?
Outfield, I play left, center, and right.
And in the infield, what position did you play?
I play second, short, and third, and pitcher.
All right. So in the infield, what's your favorite position to play?
I'd say my favorite position to play in the infield is probably like, I don't know, it's like tough between third and second, but mostly I love playing third.
Like playing third? What do you like playing third so much?
It's because most of the hardest hit balls come flying towards me, and that get and that it gets me excited. No, okay, yeah, it just like it keeps me on my toes whenever I'm playing third. Like
Playing that
whenever,
hot corner, playing that
yeah,
hot corner there, Ryan. You gotta be alert at all times, right?
yes,
For those shots. Have you ever been hit by the ball in the field?
yeah, but it's mostly in practice, never in the game. In
So
practice, I'd be taking like some weird hits off my ankles.
yeah, I would think in practice you really have to be alert because there's balls flying in all different directions, right?
Yes, sir.
Can be caught asleep. In the outfield, what's your favorite position?
Uh, Center, because I love like running for like the hardest like the hardest hits, like whenever they're popped up, like little pop ups, and you have to like run as fast as you can and dive. I like making those plays.
And pitching, looks like on Friday, just about all of our pitchers pitched. You pitched, correct?
Yes, sir.
What's your go-to pitch? What's your favorite pitch to throw?
My favorite pitch is probably changeup. It's really
Changeup.
nasty.
So what other pitches do you throw?
I throw a fastball, changeup, curveball, and that's it.
How fast is your fastball?
Well, my like highest ever velo for my fastball was 81.
Oh wow! And so whenever you're pitching, is Bobby pretty much your catcher?
Oh yeah.
So describe the relationship between the pitcher and the catcher. Is it a um, trust factor, that type of thing? How do you all get in the groove and get in sync with things?
Well, Bobby's been like catching me since like back in like since we were like 12 or 10. And so me and him are just like we've been having that chemistry since we were younger. And since we've been working farther up, the chemistry is just like grown stronger together. It's like, yeah.
And who controls the pitches that you throw? Is it Bobby or is it you, or does the
No,
sign come from the
it's
coach?
either Coach Easter or Coach Farrell.
So they give the sign to Bobby, then Bobby gives you the sign.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever messed up on the sign? Like you had the signal throw a fastball, but you threw a changeup or threw the wrong pitch. Does that ever happen?
It rarely happens with me. Probably about like probably only happened one time.
So probably the most embarrassing thing would probably happen if you were supposed to throw a pitch out, and you threw it in, and the catcher was, set up on the outside, like in the batter's box, and it's like, oops, threw it wrong or whatever. Has that ever happened to you, or have you ever seen that happen?
I've seen it happen, but it's never really happened to me.
Thankfully, it's never happened to you, Ryan.
Yeah.
All right. So academically, you're a junior. So how's your junior year going so far?
Academically, I'd say it's going really good. I have all A's. I've been having all A's since the beginning of the school year, and I'm feeling good about my grades.
Yeah, typically everyone says, and I just remember back being in high school, your junior year is usually your toughest year. Then you coast through your senior year. And so what classes are you taking right now in your junior year?
I'm taking dual credit history, dual credit English 3, pre-cal, physics. What else? Oh, I'm taking aerospace with Mr. Langevin. Shout out Mr. Langevin, the GOAT.
Yeah.
And then, Galveston history with Mr. Kelso.
All right, well, good. So you're taking some good classes. What is your secret on? You said you have all A's. How are you keeping up?
Well, every day after school, I go straight to baseball. And after baseball finishes, I get right on my work.
So probably at school you try and get as much done, then go to baseball, and then go home. You got, with all those tough classes, you can't get behind. You can't afford to get behind, right?
Mm-mm.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Mardi Gras. Weren't you big in Mardi Gras in the didn't I see you all dressed up at one of the parties or something with one of those big old capes on and that type of thing? Tell us about that. I saw that on social media.
Yeah, that was for Treasure Ball.
Treasure Ball,
Right.
okay. So tell us about that.
Well, we just like we got dressed up and there was like all different courts. Like I forgot what the theme was, but it was really cool. You get to like walk up a stage and like show a big cape that has a really cool design on the back, and you do all that, and then the king and queen finally come up, and they have really huge and long capes, which they look really good. Like they're honestly like pretty good looking.
Yeah, I saw that you were all dressed up, so you look pretty sharp. How long have you been involved in treasure ball?
Probably since I was like 6 years old.
Wow, so wow. All right, so let's move over to Diego. Diego, how are you doing?
Doing good.
So last time we talked last season, Diego, you had a pretty big fitness regimen, and had a pretty good like home fitness center. Is that still going on?
I'm actually in the gym right now still,
Yeah.
just because upstairs is kind of preoccupied right now. So I just had to
Mhm.
come down here and do it again.
So what's your daily regimen at home in your fitness room?
Right now, since it's in season and we've been playing a lot, I really haven't been lifting a whole lot. I still do workouts, but just a lot more body weight kind of stuff, or just running or things like that for my arm. But during the off season is when, like usually summertime and wintertime is when I start to lift a lot more. And that's when you do squats, deadlifts, and all that.
What type of machines do you have at home?
Right now, I just have a bike that's behind me, and that's pretty much the only machine. But usually, like if I need to do any like cable stuff or work with cables, we have a whole bunch of bands. And so you'll tie a band up to where the pull-up bar is at, and you'll just work off of that.
Is baseball the only sport you play?
Um, right now it is, but I do play other sports and I have played other sports. And the only other sport I've done is fencing, which is sword fighting. And I want to
Wow.
get back into that. And the other sport I play right now, which I'm starting to do competitively with tournaments and stuff, is pickleball.
Where do you do fencing at?
It was at O'Connell. It's not with the school, but it was with Galveston club that did it there. And then
Mhm.
for pickleball, it's at the tennis courts in the mornings.
How does one train in fencing?
Um, a lot of drilling, a lot of drills, mainly a lot of footwork stuff too, because you have to be real light on your feet and real quick. And so you work on that. And then you also do a lot of bouts with other people just to get in like a game setting somewhat, but pretty much it's a lot of drilling.
And how does one win a fencing match?
So there's multiple swords, which epee, foil, and saber. And epee is like your whole body is a target. Foil, only your chest is a target. And saber is only your arms, chest, and head is your target. And so you mainly play up to 11 or usually around 8, depending on the bouts you're playing. And depending on what sword you're fighting is how you win, because different swords have different rules. So whichever sword you're playing, that's pretty much how you win. And it's just by scoring the most points by touching the other guy with the sword.
How do you prevent from getting stabbed? That's what I would be scared of.
So you do wear a lot of clothing. So you do wear a chest protector under
Okay.
there. And then you also wear, I forgot what it's called, but there's another sleeve that only goes on half your body, because when you're fencing, you're sideways. And when you're sideways, usually a lot of shirts have seams right where your armpit's at. And so you don't want a sword to go through any of the seams of your shirt. So there's another layer that go cover up all the seams through your clothing. And then you also wear pants and usually 2 types of underwear for that too.
That's really interesting. I had no idea you were in fencing. Well, I'm not surprised as athletic you are and as how you always work out. I know that you have to stay in really good shape, right?
I love it. Yeah, you definitely definitely helps you stay quick and really good hand-eye coordination.
All right, back to baseball. What positions do you play?
Mainly catcher. I can DH, and then I can play corner infields if you want me to.
What's your favorite position to play?
Mainly like catcher. At first, I never really liked it, but now I love it.
The last game, the scrimmage game, looked like there was at least several different catchers playing. I know Bobby played. You caught some, correct? Did you catch
I
any?
caught some on Tuesday. I wasn't there for
Tuesday,
Friday.
okay. Who was the other guy that was catching on Friday?
Gavin.
Gavin, okay, that's correct. Did you bat on Friday?
No.
No, okay. All right. So tell us about the scrimmage game. So did the coach have it all lined out? Like, okay, first inning, this is who plays, second inning. How did you know where to go? Because I know there was a lot of substitutions made through the game.
So usually Coach Farrell is really good at it, making a whole lineup card and printing out a sheet and putting it on the board. But it's usually our jobs to go up to the board and look to see what inning we go in and where we're supposed to go. And it's usually pretty organized on like this goes here, but you do have to watch out because sometimes it can overlap, like as in players and innings wise. So you just have to be careful on the way you read it.
So I know on Friday, when the guys were circulating in and out in the score booth to be on the radio, Renard stayed too long, and the coach like, Renard, you're on deck. So he had to run out and go grab a bat and get ready to bat. So that was kind of funny. So tell us academically wise, how's everything going with you this year?
It's going real good. I'm really enjoying this year academically wise. Better than last year, I could say that. But I've been on top of a lot of my grades this year, and all my grades have been really good.
Good. And what grade are you in?
I'm in the 11th.
11th grade, because you're all on a junior. So you're going to be playing together again next year too. So that's really good. So hopefully you'll keep the chemistry going and just getting better and better. And you're right. I think a lot of students say that this year is going better than last year and obviously better than the year before because you're just kind of back to school full time and everything's kind of routine, correct?
Yes, especially the classes that I have this year. You really need to be in the classroom for those.
All right, back to Joseph. Joseph, what's the biggest thing that you're looking forward to this year as you start the regular season tomorrow?
My biggest thing looking forward to is making the playoffs and winning the playoffs.
Yep, I agree. And what about you, Diego?
Definitely what Joseph said, playoffs too.
Playoffs. Bobby, what about you? What are you looking forward to the most?
Yeah, definitely playoffs. I really hope to get there. Yeah, and then I like to see us beat some good teams that people don't think we're going to beat.
So I'm just watching you guys and stuff. It looks like that you guys have a strong squad. I think you all are capable of making the playoffs, but you just got to stay mentally tough, right?
Exactly.
Like don't make the careless errors because that's always the difference, especially in close games, right?
Yeah.
That throwing error, that missed sign, that type of thing, that'll kill a team. So, what's the scouting report on the other teams in the district as you all are playing? Who's the couple teams that are out there that you really gonna need to beat?
Yeah, probably Friendswood's probably up there, or definitely
Barbers Hill.
up there. Barbers Hill, we're gonna play them. They're not in our district, but we'll play them in a tournament. They were state champions last year.
Mhm.
Friendswood went, I think, to like the semifinals last year for 5A, and then Santa Fe is gonna be good this year. Texas City will be good. Pretty much every team will be pretty good. We have really a tough district, so we'll really have to play well for every team.
All right, I have a final question for Joseph and Diego. So, as you begin your junior year on varsity, and a year stronger right now, what's your biggest piece of advice to say of a kid that's in middle school, 8th grade, that's dreaming to play ball high baseball? What would be your biggest piece of advice to them?
Work hard. Work as hard as you can, as long as you can, and get better. Every day. Get better every day.
So do you think the key is you got to play to stay competitive? You got to play year round. I know all you guys play, all the time.
Yeah, I would say definitely playing year round and working out and everything year round, just to grow and get better.
What about you, Diego? What's your biggest piece of advice to middle schooler thinking about wanting to, as a freshman, play baseball at Ball High?
Definitely work hard. Don't give up what you're trying to go for, but definitely work hard and take care of your body also.
All right, to wrap things up, Bobby, in a couple words, describe each guy. Putting you on the
Okay.
spot.
Yeah, that did put me on the spot. Okay. Joseph, funny, hardworking, and probably that's all I got. I'm doing 2 for each.
All right.
Okay. And then Diego, also hardworking, probably more hardworking than Joseph. And, and then I don't know. I guess she's hardworking and funny again. I was gonna find a different word for funny, but
Hilarious.
hilarious, silly.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys like all the pictures that are being taken of all you so far this year? As I send photographers out, you're enjoying seeing your pictures.
Yes, I like it.
In fact, I'm getting heat from the other sports. Hey, what about us? It seems obviously it's baseball, and I go, well, all you gotta do is ask, you know.
Yeah, I think I like it a lot. It's
Baseball's
cool.
a given, so you know, we always do that upright. And I sent out, Bobby, did you see I sent out the recording of the
Yeah, I sent it to our group chat with all of us.
okay.
So
Yeah, there was some pretty good commentary. Jeremy did good. I think Jeremy would have stayed the whole time. I just say, okay, Jeremy, we gotta let someone else sit down. He enjoyed it. Renard enjoyed it. There were some good conversations going on between the guys and
it's cool.
Mr. Carpenter. So that was going good. So hopefully we can do that again sometime. That was fun.
Yeah.
And I know we'll be out there. I know for sure broadcasting the game on Friday. So we'll be there tournament time Friday, doing the Friday game, and
Okay.
and we're gonna get in the habit of recording them. So then I'll put it in the cloud. Then you can hear the game again later that evening, or definitely by the next day. So it's kind of fun to be able to hear the play-by-play and see what Mr. Carpenter says about you. He's been doing it for 4 or 5 years now. So he is, if you listen to the broadcast the other night, that he's excited about this year, and has already said you guys look a lot better than the guys last year. So it looks like things are coming together. So hopefully they'll stay together. And
Yeah.
golly, regular season's already starting. Then what, district starts the first part of March, right?
Yeah. Or late February maybe.
In a couple of weeks. Are y'all excited about finally these games starting to count? Scrimmages are done.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm tired of playing just like practice games, kind of.
And I know that all has a point, but it probably gets old after a while. It's like, okay, we just want to play a real game now, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
That'll be good. All right, guys. Thank you for attending this week's talk. Much good luck. I know successes in you all's past. I know you'll do well, and we look forward to great things. So we'll talk to you again soon, and we'll do like we did last year at the end of the season. We'll invite everyone back and have one big chat with everyone on. So that'll be pretty fun.
Cool.
Be a crazy show.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch everyone next time. Thank you.